What if I told you there's a place where time barely moves, where minutes outside are years inside, and people trapped in it have no idea the world's moved on without them? Now imagine going into that place for a rescue mission and finding out you're not the only one who's been stuck for centuries. Today we're diving into Time Trap, a wild sci-fi adventure where time is anything but ordinary, and escape might just mean losing everything you've ever known. Buckle up, because the deeper you go, the longer you stay. We open on a rugged explorer, Professor Hopper, trekking solo through the arid Texas wilderness. Think Indiana Jones, but more stoic and modern. Hopper's been obsessed with finding his long-lost parents, who vanished years ago while on an archaeological dig. They were searching for the fabled Fountain of Youth, and now Hopper's retracing their final steps. After discovering an abandoned van and an old cowboy's mummified body clutching a revolver, he realizes he's getting closer. But something's not right. The deeper he goes into the rocky terrain, the more off everything feels. Hopper spots a strange cave system, hidden and untouched. Inside it, he finds a mysterious chamber and suddenly hears a child's laughter echoing in the darkness, even though he's supposed to be alone. Next thing we know, Hopper's gone, vanished. Enter Taylor and Jackie, two of Hopper's college students. They haven't heard from their professor in days and they're starting to worry. Taylor's the charismatic, overly confident type. Jackie's more grounded. When they realize Hopper's gone radio silent while on a solo trip, they convince Kara, Taylor's younger sister, to join them on a weekend search party. But Kara brings friends. Vives, a moody TikTok queen, and Furby, a nerdy vlogger who records everything. Literally, if it moves, Furby's got it on camera. The squad follows Hopper's trail into the desert and eventually stumbles upon his van. Jackpot. Or maybe not, because there's no sign of Hopper. Just his climbing gear, some notes about the cave, and an eerie silence all around. Then they find the cave. At first glance, the cave looks ordinary, but the second they enter, things get weird. Like really weird. The lighting feels off, sounds echo strangely, and time? Well, it doesn't feel right. They descend deeper, and Furby sets up a base camp outside. His job? Stay put and monitor the gear while the others go exploring. But after some climbing and searching, they realize the cave is more than a cave. It has pockets of suspended animation. Like time moves differently in different sections. One spot might freeze you for minutes, another lets you age normally. They find ancient artifacts and bones, from cavemen to conquistadors. It's like a time museum where everything got stuck. Suddenly, Jackie slips and falls deeper into the cave, triggering a chain of events that forces everyone else to follow. Once inside, they try to contact Furby. Silence, no signal, no echo, nothing. They attempt to climb out, but something's wrong. Hours pass inside, but outside, time flies. Kara decides to climb back to base camp. She reaches the surface in what feels like 30 minutes, but when she finds Furby's camera, everything changes. She plays back the footage and discovers something shocking. After they entered the cave, days passed on the outside. Furby waited, panicked, left to get help, and never came back. But not before he recorded something terrifying. A figure watching him from the trees. Kara rushes back to tell the others. But her 30-minute detour? For them, she was gone only a few seconds. The truth hits them like a ton of bricks. They're trapped in a time bubble. Outside, days, weeks, maybe years are passing. Inside, mere minutes. The gang is now racing to figure out how to escape, but the cave keeps revealing new secrets. They stumble across relics from different eras, 1970s rope, medieval armor, futuristic gear. It's like everyone who's ever searched for the Fountain of Youth has ended up here, stuck. Then they meet someone unexpected. A cave-dwelling girl with glowing paint on her face. She doesn't speak their language. She's from another time, maybe hundreds of years ago, and she's aged maybe 8 years total. The cave has preserved her. But she's not alone. Behind her, something growls. Suddenly, they're ambushed by primitive humanoids. Aggressive, territorial, and clearly stuck here for centuries. The kids barely escape. But not before they realize these aren't monsters. They're descendants of people who got trapped and evolved inside the cave. Time didn't just stop, it created generations. Taylor finds Hopper's journal. Turns out the professor was here. He discovered the core of the time anomaly lies deeper in the cave, a spot near the rumored Fountain of Youth. In fact, the fountain is likely a myth born from this cave's effect, slowing aging to a crawl. Then, boom. Kara finds a high-tech astronaut-like figure. He's from the future. She activates a device on his suit, and suddenly a holographic feed plays, showing Earth's far future. Civilization has evolved, cities have collapsed, time has passed beyond comprehension, and the future human is here to rescue survivors of the cave. The gang watches as the surface outside the cave changes from day to night, from season to season, in mere moments. Civilizations rise and fall in what feels like hours. They realize something horrifying. They've only been in the cave for a few hours, but hundreds of years have passed outside. The astronaut signals that it's time. There's a window where the cave's time distortion syncs just enough with the outside, a chance to escape or be stuck forever. The group climbs, dodges the primitive descendants, and battles the collapsing cave. But just as they reach the top, time distorts again. It feels like slow motion. They crawl into the light, and everything changes. When they finally emerge, the world is unrecognizable. Skyscrapers are gone, forests have reclaimed cities. The stars above look different. A massive spaceship hovers in the sky. The air feels cleaner, silent. They're greeted by other people, survivors, descendants, explorers, and led aboard. The cave is sealed. The past is gone. They didn't just escape a time trap, they left their world behind. The final shot? Furby's skeleton, still waiting at base camp, forgotten by time. So, what would you do if you were stuck in a place where time barely moved? And by the time you got out, the world you knew was ancient history. Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed that wild sci-fi ride through Time Trap, don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future movie recaps that twist your brain and keep you coming back for more. Until next time, stay curious and maybe stay out of strange caves.